Hello and welcome everyone to Varieties Tech, and today we have very friendly budget device from ZTE. Today we have the ZTE Blade T2 Lite. We're gonna do unboxing, also a mini review. So without any further ado, let's find out. Now before we head to the unboxing, I want to highlight the most important specification for the ZTE Blade T2. That phone should be available through Simple Mobile for price tag of $29.99 or $39.99. That depends where you purchase the phone from. The processor, we have 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor from Qualcomm. We have Snapdragon 210, 2 GB of RAM, and we have 16 GB for the internal memory, and 5-inch TFT Quad HD 480p display with the PPI 196. The camera, we will have two cameras, one on the back with 5 megapixel and 2 in the front, and we have 2200 milliamp hour battery, and the phone rocking Android 8.1 out of the box. And after reviewing all the specifications, let's head to the unboxing.
On my own, but I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that
Now, just before I give you my opinion and my first impression about the phone, I want you to understand one thing. This phone costs $29, means this phone is not going to give you the best specifications. This phone is not going to give you the best display ever, the best camera, the best performance, okay? And then we give you my first impression based on the price of the phone. As normal, let me begin in the design of the phone. This phone has 5 inches display, so that's not quite big device. And this phone made out of the plastic, so this phone, based on the price, we spent $29. We're not gonna get a premium device, of course. We have down to the bottom, we have the mini USB 2. Of course, there's not going to be any USB-C, and we don't have fast charging. We have a microphone, but the good news that we have the 3.5 jack audio. We have in the top another noise cancellation microphone. We don't have the 18:9 ratio. We have regular ratio screen, 5-inch, so we don't have the top of the line things in this device. And this phone comes in the back with textures. I mean, you can feel it. That makes the grip actually better and make the phone doesn't slip out of your hands. We have the 5 megapixel sensor in the back of the phone. It looks like the iPhone X. We have the camera, and down to it will be the flash, and we have down to the bottom it will be the speaker of the phone. So overall, that phone has even physical keys down here instead of buttons built in the software. That's something we have seen before from ZTE. So ZTE, they're trying just to copy different phones, maybe adds little bit more features or better operating system and repeat the same design. Something we have seen before for the design, nothing actually amazing over here. Very cheap plastic looking device. Now moving to the display itself, as I mentioned before, we don't have 18:9 ratio, we have the big bezel for the display, as well as we have very low resolution on 5" and also the display made of the TFT, so we don't have IP or OLED. We don't have nothing fancy, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. We have the resolution Quad HD 480p with PPI 196. That's absolutely very low amount of PPI. And by the way, since we're talking about the display itself, that display has a lot of color drops, especially from the angle view. Just looking to the side, it will lose a lot of colors. That based on the low density per pixel for the PPI and the lower resolution, plus the TFT quality display. So the display may be one of the worst thing in this particular device. Now for the battery, we have 2200 milliamp hour battery, no fast charging, no C-type also for charging. Put this in your account because the price and the battery is removable. You guys been asking for removable battery of the phone. This phone has that. If you're looking for a removable battery, maybe that will be a good option for you. Since this phone doesn't have the highest specification, especially the TFT display doesn't have the best quality, no high performance, no fast processor or anything like that, that phone will last you screen on time average between 4 hours to 5 hours in time. So if you're not heavy usage or user for a phone, that phone should last you from day to 2 days, depends how you use your phone. Now for the internal hardware of the phone, ZTE been using a processor like 2 years old. We have 1.1 Snapdragon 210 processor. We have seen this processor came with 2 years older devices, as I mentioned before, and they give us about 16 gigabyte for the internal storage, 2 gigabyte of RAM. I believe the RAM and the memory, that kind of decent for the price of the phone. 16 gigabyte, I would say, is the minimum for any cell phone to buy in 2019. Now for the hardware performance, if you're not willing to get this phone to play heavy games like PUBG, Need for Speed, Tekken or Mortal Kombat, these heavy games requires a lot of GPU, that phone would be fine. Opening application, using Facebook, snap some pictures, that would be perfect for you. Playing some heavy games, the phone struggled a lot and lags a lot and is gonna give you a lot of problems. That's not the phone it's going to be for you. But if you're willing to play light games like Temple Run, Candy Crush, games like this, you should have no problem with it. Overall, the hardware will be good for maybe certain people. They don't want to use the phone in a heavy way. Now for the phone software, we have the Android 8 Oreo out of the box. I mean, it gives me a very nice, smooth experience to it. I mean, I don't have any much complaints for phone for $29 with this operating system. Basically, ZTE use stock Android, so they don't have their anything additional to the operating system. So whatever the Android comes with, this is what you are going to get on the phone. Finally, I would like to speak about the camera, and the camera exceeded my expectation for two reasons. First of all, the price of the phone, $29.99, and the amount of megapixel. We have only 5 megapixel for the rear, and we have 2 megapixel on the front. Basically, the rear or the front camera, they were not bad cameras. We have very simple camera application over here. We have manual mode, video, photo. We have HDR settings and button to change from selfie to the back camera and the back camera to the selfie and button to shoot the picture. I have taken some pictures, which is we're gonna see these together. The selfie camera was not disappointing, as I said, even with 2 megapixel camera, but there is no skinning tune to it. It makes it more smooth. I would love to see something like this. That makes the camera way much better, even that the camera still exceed my expectation. So let's go ahead and see these pictures together. At the end, this phone will be good for those people seeking low price, people on the budget. They don't have money to spend on the phone and they're willing to buy a cell phone that will be a decent device, has a camera, ability to download a few games, browsing the internet, downloading some applications, social media. That would be perfect, but do not expect the best performance from phone like the ZTE that we have in this video. That was very much it for that video. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button and comment if you want. Share your opinion about this phone. If you purchased this phone just recently, also leave your opinion so that way other people can share that information from you. Thank you so much again for watching. As always, we'll see you in the next video.